Everybody, welcome back. Northernlion, Slay the Spire. Dailies have gone well so far. Let's see what else we got in this daily. They're keeping things fresh, not being too difficult. Okay, we don't have a 50-card deck this time. I like it. You start with 2 colorless cards. So your deck is standard thickness, but you have a little addition, a little flavor, despite the fact that the cards are colorless. That doesn't mean they can't provide us with something useful like a dramatic entrance. I'm trying to think, Apotheosis is not really a colorless card. It's like a gold card. But anyway, enemies drop way more gold, but you can't upgrade card at rest sites. I promise I can speak English, but you cannot upgrade cards at rest sites, and resting at rest sites heals 100% of your HP, but costs 5 max HP. So we dealt with that last time. I'd like to, on the surface, purity and thinking ahead. Excuse me, so I was reading those. Choose and exhaust up to 3 cards in your hand. Draw 2 cards, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. It sucks that it gets exhausted. What's the upgrade for this? It doesn't get exhausted. Okay, so this is almost like a scry, kind of. That's not the right way to describe it. But it allows us, this is the same thing, I assume. Oh, this one does 5 exhaust. It allows us to, basically, like if we have too many defends, we put back a defend and hope to get a strike. And vice versa if we have too many strikes, but we need a defend. It getting exhausted stinks. I don't know how we're going to upgrade it outside of like some lucky question marks, but anyway, let's leave. It would be amazing to get feed early. And I'm going to try to hit shops, because shops, with enemies dropping twice as much gold, we should be pretty likely... Well, I mean, it's not a huge fan of this situation. Do we play Thinking Ahead on turn 1? I think we do. And we try to dump one of these in the hopes of doing like strike, strike. That takes 5 damage off. Then we'll block all but 2 damage. Yeah, if we can get an early feed, that compensates potentially for the fact that we're gonna, well, spend a lot of our time worrying about the fact that every time we hit a campfire, it's actually gonna lower our HP by 5. Now, getting to 75 HP, probably not that big of a deal. No choice here, unfortunately. Getting to 75 HP, probably not that big of a deal. Or, yeah, 75. Getting to 70, this starts to become relevant. 65, 60, we're getting into some serious danger. And I think if we ever get below, like, 60, we got real, actual problems. Right off the bat. Obviously, like, we have some exhaust synergies already, but we don't have Dead Branch, Corruption, anything along those lines. Carnage, good high end. The kind of card we'd like to get with a Thinking Ahead. Twin Strike, also pretty good. I think Twin Strike also fits the archetype of, like, enjoying strength gain. So I think I'm gonna, or benefiting from strength gain, which is a common archetype for the Ironclad, so I'm gonna go for it. These cards are so important. Because, again, we're never upgrading. Mind Blast. Almost never going to be useful. I do think a Seeing Red for 1 is pretty useful, but we need Draw to compensate for it. Nothing else is too good. I think I'll take maybe Hemokinesis and Seeing Red. Again, we're trying to get some top-end damage so that we have a little less to worry about when it comes to... I don't like this, but I'll do it nonetheless. So we have a little bit more top-end damage, and as a result, we're a little bit less beholden to having to block. That's my personal opinion right now. I almost always just buy relics, and I think that that's a bad strat, especially early on in a run. When you buy a card, it has a disproportionate impact on your deck because of the fact that your deck is already so thin. We need 2 attacks of some variety, 3 attacks maybe. Let's do Thinking Ahead real quick. Yeah, Hemokinesis will do it, but it costs us HP in the process, but I don't think there's any other way around it, because our strikes don't do quite enough, so we'll do it like that. So Perfected Strike is fine. Pummel is great as well. If we... What's the upgrade on Pummel, anyway? I don't know. Perfected Strike is good if we already have a Twin Strike, we already have several strikes, we haven't removed any, so I think we'll take it, but Pummel is also tempting, I'll give you that. Alright, now you need to go quickly. So yeah, we're really looking for almost exactly this, like 20 damage and then another 14 damage right off the top. Next turn, up to 3 cards in your hand. I mean, we could have played Seeing Red, but there's kind of no point to it. We actually only need 7 damage. But we're going to do this without using our Explosive Potion, which makes our life much easier. And, dude, give me a Pommel. I think we've got a pretty okay Perfected Strike sort of setup going on here. I want to get to the Elite, but I do not want to go to the Campfire in the process because it forces us to lose HP. Receive gold, become cursed. I'm going to say no. Gold should be easy to come by, and we have no card removal guarantees coming out here. I'll pay 30 gold for 2 potions. 2 block potions, completely okay with it. Now, we do want to fight the Elite, because relics could make or break this run. I'm happy to have some good top end. This is not a bad first turn. How much damage would we get? 14 plus 14, 28, so he'd be at 90. And then we know we have, like, Perfected Strikes coming around. I'm willing to give this a shot, honestly. Even though we don't start with Perfected Strike, which is probably what we'd prefer to wait for. And not 90, 85, even better. My math was considerably incorrect there. That's a pretty worthwhile first turn, I think. So we're really looking for Perfected Strike. We're going to drop Thinking Ahead in there. And we're going to dump Purity, which I never play it. We are going to play Seeing Red. That should take us to 4 energy. Then we'll Bash, and then we'll Perfected Strike. He's at 44 HP. We're going to drink a Block Potion, take 6 damage. And if we use both Block Potions here, I'm still a happy camper, I think. Yeah. You're at 26 HP. You're probably not going to die next time. Next turn, I should say. But you could, if we draw a Perfected Strike... or like 2 attacks and a Hemokinesis, that's probably enough to take us where we need to go. Matrushka. I mean, armaments, if we could facilitate an upgrade is really good, but I think we'll go in Flame, which is better, just like Brass Tacks. But, still trying to avoid every possible Campfire we can hit along the way, but still get the Elites if possible. Receive gold idle, trigger a trap. Even more gold, why not? I will take 20 damage. It burns me up inside. I promise you it's the truth. So Matrushka has given us 2 options here. Not 2 options, but 2 loot. Look, we got 2 items, okay? That's how you Earthlings would call it, but my alien English module is not interfacing properly with my Visual Basic GUI right now. So 1 extra strength up is awesome, and then Prayer Wheel, non-boss chests also contain cards. We are, again, let's look at the map here. We want to get here via this path. But because our HP is bad, because of the fact that we took Golden Idol, which, if I'm being honest, probably was not worth it, even if there is a synergy. Wow, this is potentially, like, horrendous. We need to be a little bit, more aware of the fact that we might need to rest before an Elite fight to keep us alive. I think we do need to play in Flame. And then, we could do 18 damage or we could do 11 plus vulnerability. Are we going to hit him hard next turn? Probably. Well, let's do the math. If we Bash, and we get a Perfected Strike, I can't see how much damage Perfected Strike does, but it was like 20... So it would actually do 30, which would be very easy to get a kill with if we're lucky enough to draw it next time. But we are going to take 10 damage right off the top here. We'd be looking for like a regen potion, but we may well have to heal and lose 5 max HP, which would be really annoying. 8 damage twice is actually 12 damage twice. The Hemokinesis will definitely get a kill. There's no other way around it. I'm okay losing the HP from Hemokinesis, because our Explosive Potion is substantially more valuable if we end up going up against the artifacts later. Some block with card draw strikes me as a useful kind of idea here. Was I... No. I think we're happier this way because we do have the chance to fight the Elite nonetheless. You're very lucky. I cannot kill you. Well... I could get close. I almost think this is like potion territory. If we inflame... Then it like... 9-9... Hit you, defend... Yeah, I kind of like this. Okay, inflame... Explosive potion. Throw up a little block. Put this guy one hit away from death. It's all in the interest of keeping our HP as high as possible, so I'm going to be relatively confident fighting the upcoming elite. Because I'd really hate to die against the elite. Rampage is amazing, but it's more amazing if your deck is thinner. I'm almost tempted to go Sword Boomerang. Even though we have Inflame and +1 Strength by default, Heavy Blade would deal 17 damage for 2. That's not that good. Sword Boomerang right now is dealing 12 damage for 1. We can't target it as well as we'd like, but... Tell you what, I'm gonna give it a shot. Hopefully, the relic ends up being worth it. If not... Gonna be very disappointed. So I want you to split with as little HP as possible. And that's gonna do it right there. Now please don't both attack. Alright, only one is attacking. That's great news. Do you split again? You do not split again. I kinda like... a defend, inflame, strike. In the hopes that, well, do we have any high end? Not really. Sword Boomerang would be semi-useful. Do you weaken me? Oh man, you're actually pretty annoying just by yourselves. Luckily you're not doing anything special here. We're still doing 12 damage with this, which is really good. Do we want to shrug it off first? Probably, just to get draw, and then we want more attacks. Wow, that's horrendous. Get rid of Seeing Red. We just don't want it right now. And we could Purity and exhaust some of our defense, but I don't think that's really what we want out of our existence right now. Seeing Red is at least going to give us one extra attack here, which is good. If I could knock 10 damage out, I'd be pretty happy. So... I think I can get... I might leave you alive with 1 HP. And if we are gonna do that, it's probably best to just drink this. So like you. I'm okay with using the potion for that. In my life now, I kind of look at all potions as if they're regeneration potions. Admittedly, having extra strength against this guy would be really nice. But let's start with thinking ahead. We want to see if we get... What do we want next turn? I guess we want Shrug It Off, even though I don't really. Which I'm going to draw right now anyway, which is maybe good in all honesty. I thought about using Purity to make our deck thinner. I guess that's kind of, as your deck gets thicker and thicker, that's what you want to do. But I didn't have a hand that I really wanted to get rid of, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to let you hit me in all pardon me, in all likelihood. Like, Inflame is good, but we have decent top end here as is, so I kind of like that. Alright, that's 12 damage for 1, which is amazing. And then Hemokinesis is just such good damage dealing. I think I have a Perfected Strike available, so you're probably dead. You're not dead, are you? Wow. Bummer. So it's 12 damage plus 14. You are still dead, but it was kind of close. Blue Candle. Curse cards can now be played. Is it worth it? I do not know, but... No, I prefer not to. So 70 HP. We're starting to really get into some business here. Now, the idea is that maybe... Sure, we have 70 HP. Which is not great. Okay. But we invested in our future. Like, we were aggressive on floor 1, making sure we fought all the elites. Next floor, though, I think we have, like, a genuine obligation. You know, this turn we do not need we do not need Seeing Red. We don't need Twin Strike either, but... Right, and then just draw it immediately. Smart play. Just a classic little genius level maneuver there. I might as well hit you, just because even if you do hit me, which you're not going to, it doesn't matter because we're going to heal to full after this. That's not one of the modifiers for the boss fight, but... We've got to do this. And you know what? I think we got to... To hit you for 29 is incredible. And I think we don't have the energy, that's right. But it was worth it for Inflame to begin with. I do think that we're... Wow, you're really gonna just go extremely hard right off the bat, huh? I'll give you a bash, and I'll give you a smash. And you're gonna... I mean, this is gonna be a knockdown, sort of drag-out first floor fight, unfortunately. We're gonna have 28 HP. Thankfully, we healed a maximum after this. Otherwise, it would be a real problem. You're gonna take 27 damage from this, which is just outrageous. And then you're gonna take another 24 right here. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm really concerned about this, but while you're vulnerable, I think it's the right idea. Hit you for another 25 and then another 13. Sure, we're low. This is the kind of turn that I think you're very happy with right now. I want to hit you. What we really want to do is get him in the range where like one perfected strike will kill him before he can kill us. Because he's going to hit us pretty hard right now. 29 plus 12 plus 16. 29 plus 16. It doesn't quite get you there. It gets you so close though. I just got to make sure we won't die in the process from him hitting us. So if I deal 29, he'll be at 19 HP, and I'll go down to 22. Let's make sure that's correct. If I hit him for 8 twice, 16, he'll go down to 13. I should go to 19. But it would be close. You know what I mean? Like, because if it counts as it's every attack gives you 3 damage. So this should take me to 19, which would mean I live. But if it counts twice, it would take me to 16, which would mean I would die. Who's afraid? I'm not afraid. I told you. Now all we need to do is draw 1 strike. If we don't draw a strike, we lose. And it doesn't have to be a strike, it could be anything. We almost died because of one too many hemokinesis having come up earlier in the fight, but we made it. Dude, look at our gold. 749 gold. Outrageous. Offering. You know what we really want is when you lose HP, gain a strength. What is that power called? I can't remember. We really like... Calling Bell, 3 relics, and then curses that we can play with Blue Candle. It's a little riskier than the other relics. Mercury Hourglass is okay. Self-forming clay I think is good. Bag of Preparation I think is good to great. Having a really nice first turn is amazing. And we should really hit our shop, and we have 750 gold. We want to buy great cards, great relics. Just, it's abundantly clear. Get out of here? Sure. Get out of here? Sure. Oh, you know what? We should have just used Purity to do it. For the first time ever. You're going to hit me for 10. And debuff me. I say no to your debuff, friend. I say no. And I think we played way too aggressively, is my opinion with my last run. Or my last floor, I should say. So on this floor, I definitely feel like we should start to be a little bit more, not necessarily defensive, but we should start to accept that we're probably a little bit more in the slow category of a deck. This is not like a, you know, turn 2 clash, clash, clash sort of situation, for the most part at least. So I mean, certainly we're going to get rid of that for 1 HP, which also gives us 3 blocks starting on the next turn, I want to point out. 27... plus 12 won't get you there. But with offering, it might be able to get you there. Well, I mean, with hemokinesis, it'll absolutely get you there. The only question is, you know, maybe we'd rather use thinking ahead and get rid of a daze. And then do it without losing 6 HP, like Perfected Strike. We have 5 energy. So, I mean, Perfected Strike, Pommel Strike, Sword Boomerang gets the job done. We do need another Perfected Strike. Hemokinesis has been a superstar for us, but you can no longer become weak. I think it's amazing. You can no longer become weakened. We only have 498, so we can't take Bottled Tornado and Molten Egg. Because we're never, or at least very rarely, going to get the opportunity to upgrade our own cards, I think we're going to take Molten Egg, and then attacks will be automatically upgraded. And I'm definitely going to take another Twin Strike, which is going to make all of our Perfected Strikes better. Enlightenment, we have enough 2 damage cards that I think that's worth it, and we have 5 gold left. I did think about removing a curse, but if I'm being straight up with you, the curses are not that bad. Losing 1 HP to play it, it does. I mean, the other thing is we don't even need to play these cards if we don't want to. I understand why we would, but we don't necessarily need to if we don't want to. You're very lucky, by the way. I'm gonna let you hit me for 12, and mostly because I have no other option. But in the meantime, we're gonna hit you pretty hard as well. And when you hit me, we're going to gain 6 block for next turn, which is something. Again, we want to take as little damage as possible, or we want to pick up a card like Reaper. This has to be played. We want to pick up a card like Reaper. I'm going to get to punch through your armor, which is nice. Because we want sustain. Without any kind of like extra healing beyond Burning Blood, we're gonna have to rest occasionally, and that's gonna lead to situations where, you know, just gotta be honest with you, having 60 HP is gonna be real bad. That's gonna be a not great situation for me. Honestly, I really like, I mean, let's do the math. 16, it's 28 damage only. I could kill you with an explosive potion and take no damage, perhaps, but let's see if we draw like a... Oh, that'll do, honestly, in all likelihood. Yeah. That turned out relatively well. Give me another Perfected. Oh my god. So this deck is coming together. We wanna fight this guy. Skip combat in advance of it. Of course I'm gonna do it. I always do it for the book. First attack. The first attack played each turn that costs 2 or more is played twice. So this is theoretically a free Perfected Strike. Oh my god, we got Strawberry and Mango. All of a sudden, we have 63 HP. We can still die. I wanted that to be very clear. We have 63 HP. And just a beautiful situation. First off, Enlightenment for a free bash is beautiful. I'm so upset. This hand stinks. We're gonna take 13 damage. We took out 2 annoying enemies. Did we use this, by the way? It didn't cost 2 or more to play bash. Is just that's all I'm saying. Let's start with a little offering here. This is what we're looking for. Please, Perfected Strike. It worked. That's 70 damage. Okay, we don't need to draw 2 cards. To exhaust this, I think, kind of stinks here. Let's play a Hemokinesis, which is just exquisite, and then a Pommel Plus. And do we want Inflame? I think... In all honesty, I think we want a Pommel. That sucks. You know, no, it doesn't. Watch this. Yeah. Put that on top of my draw pile. And then you're dead next turn for certain. And we really want to get some sick relics out of this. Getting both of these HP relics out of a single chest thanks to Matryoshka is amazing. Like, I can't believe our good fortune. Why did that work? Each turn! Oh, it's incredible. I thought it was each combat. Bronze Scales, by the way, is pretty good here, I think. Honestly, we could probably use more block, but I gotta respect the strength gain as well. Okay, Enlightenment is bad here. We're going for this guy first. You're gonna hex me, and I hate it, but I think we like a pommel. We didn't get a target for our curses, but that's, or a target for Enlightenment, I should say, but that's okay. We're gonna play, oh, we can't play Seeing Red, because you did it too late. It was pretty stupid in hindsight. Alrighty then. I'd consider this a success. We're probably gonna want to rest, by the way. Or at least the shop might offer a regen potion or something. Start with the draw. So offering is going to draw Bash here, which I think is fine. Which we really, to be honest with you, kind of want it to happen. We do not have a thin deck right now. So a thick deck makes it completely plausible that we could play what we want to play. 9 damage twice. You're so lucky. Okay. Inflame. And then you get hit with the Twin Strike. And then honestly, like, I'm so tempted to defend, but I think it's way better to do 28 damage and apply 4 vulnerable. Yeah. You are going to debuff me. What are you going to do? You're going to make me vulnerable. What an interesting turn of events. Unfortunately for you, you're already dead, and you would have taken like 162 damage there, so not really like the smartest play on your behalf. Remember, attacks are automatically upgraded for us, so there is something to say, I think, about a headbutt bringing back a perfected strike. And it already being upgraded by itself seems pretty good. Remove all strikes, obtain 5 bites, lose 30% max HP. We want sustain, but I can't afford to lose my basic strikes because they make perfected strikes so much better. Believe you me, I would love to actually make this happen, but we literally, like, it just will not work for us. I'm gonna add another Shrug It Off. Man, okay, it's a little scary, to be honest. We're pretty low on HP. I'd like to rest. Not necessary. So, of course, there's always, like, a Wild Strike. We could remove a curse from our deck. Do we have innate curses? Yeah, we have 1 innate curse. I don't know if we necessarily want Dramatic Entrance, then. I don't think we need a Wild Strike. I'm gonna give myself the best chance possible. That's a really expensive potion purchase, but I'm gonna give myself the best chance possible of being able to fight the elite. That's pretty much what my game plan came down to here. By the way, you're dead? So that's, like, amazingly good? What do you mean there is no escape from this curse? Ah! So Necronomicon plus a really juiced up Perfected Strike is disgustingly good. I hate to lose any HP, but the draw is pretty important here. I could bash you twice, and I'm pretty sure now you're in, like, super lethal range. You know, so Corruption could work okay, but Clash, I think we could maybe make it work. I have to say, I'm sorry, but I don't think we fight the elite. I really don't. I think it'll kill us. And I think we've got to win if we choose not to fight the elite. So I'm going to make some potion space, and maybe should have done this on the last fight, but we killed the dude so quickly that it didn't seem appropriate. Throw out a little offering super quickly. Oh, I mean, you got to play... A Perfected Strike for damage is like... With Necronomicon, it's non-negotiable, really. Oh, first off, get rid of this. Like, he's so screwed already. He's at 12 HP. He's going to be at 6 HP, which means we need to do 1 damage to him next turn. I think it's going to be fine. In fact, he's actually dead because he took 3 damage from whatever our Mercury Hourglass, that's it. I mean, Clash gets better the more of them there are, but I think that's one of the rare times we have the luxury to keep our deck kind of thin. Remove a card from your deck or upgrade all strikes and defense. I'm going to be honest with you. I think we want to upgrade all strikes and defense. We don't want to remove... Well, I mean, we could remove a curse, but I think... We don't benefit from having curses in the deck because it makes draw worse, but it really has not been a problem, but I guess, you know what? Remove a card from your deck. We'll get rid of Pain. It might even be better to get rid of our innate curse, honestly, but just to make our opening draw a little better. So you gotta go. Yeah, I mean, we'll still do it here. I really would like you to die, so if you could get bashed twice, please. And strike will definitely kill you. Now we've only got you, and we've got potion space. We're gonna rest before the boss fight. This should put us at 86 HP. I don't know if we rest for 100%. Yeah, it does heal for 100%. Okay. If we could rest once per floor, I'd consider that, like, reasonably strong. We definitely do not need to defend here, so... Tell you what. Hit you with an Inflame. I don't care how thin it makes the deck, because, like... All we need to do is draw, like, one Perfected Strike, and the enemy is just... In fact... I think in theory, we could draw half of a Perfected Strike. I know that's not possible, but... Because of the fact that it gets played twice, I mean, you get the idea, right? There you go. We've built a strong deck here. Clothesline, I like it enough because of the fact that it'll get played twice if you play it first on a turn. So we're at 86 HP. What boss were we up against here? Collector? Whatever his name is? Yeah, the Collector. So we want to have a good first turn. And we can do this by doing this. By the way, remember, these give you block. So you definitely, I think you go like, Inflame. And then I'm like, can we clash? Headbutt? Pommel? No. But what we can do is clash. Well, we can, because clash costs 0, of course. Clash, headbutt, which will guaranteed bring back clash. Pommel, clash again. It's a 72 damage first turn. Extremely good. We save our exploding potion for this turn, without a doubt, and then we start to whittle these guys down. This is probably an okay seeing red turn. We'll take our dex potion as well. I think you just start here and see how Lady Luck works for you. So we have 20 block, and they're doing 32 damage. Throw this exploding potion out there. Gets value. We're gonna take 5 damage, but it's not bad. I'm a believer in this daily right now. Great opportunity to gain strength, so we're gonna take it. I gotta pommel you, dude. That's super lucky that pommel's gonna get the kill there. Enlightenment, sadly not gonna do anything, but dude, look at how good like Twin Strike is now. 22 damage for 1 energy. I can't believe I neglected this card for like 110 episodes or something. It's so amazing. You're in the worst world you could ever imagine being in. Like, there's a little amazing Perfected Strike action, and then, oh my god, put Perfected Strike on top of my deck, and you're dead next turn. So just don't draw it. What are you gonna do? You can't weaken me. You're dead, unless you take one of my cards. Oh no! A series of completely irrelevant debuffs. Whatever will I do? I think I'll play this and you're dead. Okay, amazing. Incredible. So, a lot of people are going to look at this and say Demon Form. But I don't think Demon Form fits or is even necessary right now. If you draw it early, you love it, but we got a thick deck. Barricade, mostly irrelevant. We're not defending very much, even though it can be a very strong archetype, obviously. And then Exhume... I'm trying to think of what we even exhaust. Seeing Red, Offering. I mean, if we Exhume, into an offering coming back. I think we'll take it, but I'm not fully convinced. It is nice to see enemy intents. It's also really nice to have a bunch of energy. But I gotta be honest, I think like all of these could lead to a winning or a losing run. Burning Blood heals us an extra 4 per combat. I think I'm gonna go for it because it's the safest option and it helps us avoid campfires, which is really important. Extra energy is worth so much, but not being able to see enemy intents is a huge debuff. Unless our deck is just like auto-plays, you know? But with 4 energy, it gets closer to auto-playing. But it'll lead to us taking more damage, which probably means we'd want to rest more. And then Snecko Eye, we do have a lot of 2-cost cards. To draw extra cards per turn? I think we're gonna... the reason I'm going with Burning Blood's upgrade, which I forget what it's called, Black Blood, is because I'm so happy with the existing deck construction that I just... Something that gives us a verifiable upgrade without costing us anything is gonna be my go-to. New music. Okay, so you gotta go. I know we want draw, but like... And you know what? Do 12 damage without costing me any HP first. We'll do Pommel last, which ended up being just a terrible play. Yeah, let's leave it as is for now. The thing with the curses is, once we have the curses pass us by, it doesn't really matter if they're in the deck unless we see them again. So, this would do 70 damage to you. Do you think there's any way... I'm trying to think, like, Enlightenment would make this cost 1. And then a Shrug It Off into something even better. We're probably going to take some damage here. You have to play Enlightenment. That's non-negotiable. Oh, but then it doesn't work twice. So I've messed this up something fierce. Yeah, that was actually dumb. Like, ugh, you gotta go. I hate... That's such a... It's a very stupid thing for me to have done there. Enlightenment actually debuffs Perfected Strike. To some extent, at least. This totally works. Yeah, there... Okay, so like, we ended up pulling out of it, but that was a pretty bad move at the time. No question about it. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. Extremely important. We have Offering, we have Hemokinesis, we can play cards, or play curses, I should say, to gain strength. Whenever you play a power, heal for 2. Useful if we go for a power synergy. Every 3 turns, gain some energy. Unceasing Top, I think, is our first call here. Even though it's not really a combo-driven deck. Who's our boss on this floor? Awakened One. We only have 2 powers, I think. I think Happy Flower is not good, but it's okay. Wow, there's no way to avoid a campfire. So let's take question mark Rich Path. And then fight an elite before the campfire, so at least we get some benefit out of it. I think I can afford to lose Shrug It Off. It's not a good loss, because we don't have many blocks, but I can live with it. And sure, I'll receive Madness. Actually, no, you know what? Let's become Cursed. Again, kind of seems like it works with Brutality, doesn't cost us HP, leaves us in a better spot to deal with this guy. We're just going to double a Perfected Strike. And a Perfected Strike Plus is an even better doubling, I think. Makes every other Perfected Strike better, and it gives us another Perfected Strike. So this is where it gets real. Please don't be the Nemesis. It's the Nemesis, okay. So our goal is mostly to have huge strength gain by the time we get, He's been weakened, or I should say he's been nerfed as well. So, like, right off the bat, he's been hit for 107 damage. So next turn, we block, ideally. I was just gonna say, did we have to get, like, both Perfected Strikes? We might as well still hit you, like, and that's the best way to deal damage there. But getting 2 Perfected Strikes is horrible Because if we just had one of them, he would be dead now. We did draw another one. So we got lucky. Heal an additional 15 HP when you rest. That's actually worthless. Sure, immolate a rare card. It could be good for us, but I don't think it's necessary. Lose all gold, gain a relic. It's a bad relic. It makes all enemies weak for 1 turn. Not good enough. Essentially, this is just lose 5 max HP. And we'll take... Oh my god, we're almost done with this floor. This is like the fastest floor I've ever seen. At the start of each combat, discard any number of cards, then draw that many. Let's try it. Anything with 2 energy is good for us right now. Ooh. You stumble across something that feels very out of place. It looks like we'll probably leave because there's... Oh, there is one shop. So you know what? Sure. Give me 333 gold. And we'll take the combat-rich path that leads to the shop as much as it scares me. So we can discard curses right off the bat. We do probably want to. And then let's think about what we want to do on turn 1. He's going to hit us for 15. What are you looking for here? I don't know, but I think I'm happy leaving Shrug It Off as our, like, secondary plan. Well, you definitely perfected Strike 2, which just kills him. That's pretty good. Don't hit the campfire. Classic mistake. Oh, I hate you. You're the worst. We're so much better against a single target right now than we are against anything else. Like, these guys are actually the worst. So step 1, I think, is I kill one of you just by doing that. Then we'll dump, like, an offering in here, and we'll see where we stand. Okay. I'd like to get you killed as well. Sword Boomerang is, like, almost unplayable here. Let's drop a Thinking Ahead real quick. And we have another Perfected Strike, which will just kill the other unit here, which I think is really valuable. What do we not want? We don't care about a basic strike. Get out of here. Okay, so we've really simplified the situation right off the bat. And then we have some choice. And, you know, the choice comes down to, would you rather take 9 damage? Or would you rather take 14? I think I'd rather take 14, because we only have 1 more combat after this. So I'm going to go for a huge strength gain. I guess we could have Seeing Red and then played both. Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay. No question. I'm going to pop a regen potion right now. Just to insulate us. We really want to kill these guys in like 2 hits. So having high strength and then drawing perfected strikes is really like our game-winning strat, I think. And it's already worked right off the bat. So be killed. Thank you. We take 3 damage. And then you're going to hit us for another 3, so I might as well smack you. And you know what? We should have done this earlier, but I'm going to Rupture and then play Clumsy, which is going to take 1 HP and give us some strength. So again, we're just trying to hit a 1-hit attack that'll kill you. And then we're set. It's actually, like, really good. Heavy Blade will do it. Perfected Strike will do it. We have no other block in the interim period, so we'll accept that we take 2 damage in the process. Bit of a waste of the regen potion, but I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm loving life. I'm not adding anything to the deck that could possibly alter its construction or its viability right now. This is a very similar fight right here. We're going to get rid of the curses unless we have brutality. This works twice. We can just kill this guy. That's incredible. So actually, like... And then draw it next turn. Yeah. This doesn't really change much. Well, maybe it does, because, like... 52 damage? Okay, watch this. Incredible. I'm going to headbutt you. I'm going to bring back Perfected Strike via an offering. And then, I mean, if you're going to do 9 damage, I might as well just take 8. Yeah, that seemed right. Alright, so we're going to have like 600 and something gold. Buy whatever you'd like to buy from the shop. This deck is so good. This daily was a lot of fun. This might be my favorite daily so far. And I know you're looking at it and you're going, Wild Strike. We can play statuses, right? No, only curses. So let's not risk it. Sword Boomerang, we like it so far. Let's go here. 2 damage cards. No, Brutality. Lose 1 HP, draw a card. Amazing with Rupture. Worth taking. Raise your max HP by 7. Heal all your max HP. Heal all your HP, I should say. Start each combat with 10 block. It's only turn 1. Raise max HP by 10. Raise max HP by 7. Okay, so we're gonna have decent HP when we fight the boss. I'm gonna take Battle Trance to go with it. We don't need this. This is 10 block once. If I pay 15 gold for each block, I'm going out of business, alright? So, I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna come here. We're gonna rest. Is necessary, unfortunately. We're so decently equipped for dealing with this guy. We don't focus on debuffs, so the Awakened one is not that bad. Want to see ya? See ya? Wouldn't want to be ya? See ya? See ya? See ya? We don't have the energy yet. Pommel could work, admittedly. So let's take it. The idea is we want to get like 2 perfected strikes in a single turn, but we're not going to yet. So I gotta be honest, there's a couple of ways to approach this, and I'm kind of torn. Because it's not a perfected strike plus, I do kind of look at this and go, you know what, like, I think I want to wipe out the basic enemies first. I really do. We're gonna headbutt, guarantee ourselves a perfected strike next turn. We are gonna get hit for 20, that's no joke. We might be handling this incorrectly. This guy's definitely dead, we're only gonna have 1 enemy to deal with. He's gonna hit us for 20 again, that's no joke, man. Enlightenment is bad here, as we've established 100 times. Okay, you're gonna hit us for 17, but we're getting strong. And remember, kind of the gist of this, oh, you're hitting us for 24 next turn, which is bad. Start with a little Battle Trance. Wow, that's just horrendous. So this will deal 68 damage. I could block 10, or I could deal like another 50-something damage to you. I gotta be honest, I think on a turn in which you're gonna do like 24 damage in 4 bursts, we have to let you do it so that we can roll over self-forming clay, and you know, you can hurt yourself on the caltrops. I wish you would stop attacking. We can't play this yet, unfortunately. So are we gonna dump the defend to play Clash? We gotta run the math first. So we do 110 damage. Clash you for 22. You're gonna hit us in this case, and we're gonna be in sincere trouble. But defend only blocks 5, so like, there's no world in which that is like, in which that saves us, I should say. We have to play Brutality, which gives him extra strength. Still, he's so close to death now. He's only gonna hit us for 10, which is not that bad. And the idea is, hopefully, we're gonna be so strong by the time he flips over that we're gonna be able to. I mean, Clothesline will do it, but are we gonna let Offering go? I think so. Yeah, I think we'll Inflame, which will make him stronger, but then kill him. Hopefully. Oh, he's awake. Alright. Oh, no. Okay, so he's doing 44 damage. And he's not weak. Which is actually to be expected. So we're dead. Unless we can get through. The only way we're going to get through, we got to start with a pommel and then hope for... Yeah, we're going to die. And you know what? I think we really botched the fight against this guy, but I had a fun time, like a really genuinely fun time on this daily. Everything except for the final, like, 3 minutes, I was loving life. We got a score of 603. Not amazing, I can live with it, though. I had a good time today, and hey, it feels good to remember what losing feels like. Thanks for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, it helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, but for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.